Yo, Inca, you want to come out here?
Welcome back to another one of those videos that you call a team builder with PDL. I'm Incog, your coach of the Backs to the Future, and this week we fight Skippy and their, what is it, Steel City Surge? I could have this wrong, of course. I am a fool. Regardless, we fight Skippy this week, making sure I have that name right. Hold on, it's almost there. I'm almost there. Yep, Steel City Surge. Wow, I was right. Really dope logo. To my knowledge, Skippy is one of the commissioners of this league, I'm pretty sure, or even the creator of this league. I don't quite recall, if I'm being honest. But with that out of the way, this is week 4, excuse me, I'm pretty sure, of the PDL. So if you don't want to be spoiled, in 3, 2, 1, hey. We did that thing again that we do. We won. The battle was close just because I feel like I didn't play everything as straightforward as I should have. And you know what? We still got to the victory, and that's all that really matters. But it definitely made me think a lot more about my decisions when it came towards playing this game in the way that I did. So, with that out of the way, so Skippy has a very nasty team. It's like a team that I would draft, and I will keep remarking this as long as I can. This is the nigga who took the Scizor and the Primarina from us that could have been on our team, which would have made our team a lot more disgusting. But in fairness, I do like Azumarill and Fortress. I like Azumarill a lot more than Primarina, but Fortress and Scizor are non-comparable. I love Scizor to death. Regardless, their team on the right, but just to reiterate, our team, it has not changed. We have Darkrai, Terraspathra, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Gliscor, Azumarill, Fortress, Electros, Pecharunt, and Morgrim. On their end, they have Terra Annihilate, Greninja, Garchomp, Scizor, Primarina, Toxtricity, Espeon, Avalugg, Terra Honchkrow, and Ariados. Terras for each team. Espathra is Psychic, Electric, and Fighting, while they have Terra Annihilate at, Ghost, Fire, and Fairy. And Terra Honchkrow is Flying, Dark, and Fighting. If I'm keeping it a stack, this seems like a top 6 plus Espeon game for them. Honchkrow is cool, but against my team, I don't really see it being as impactful as it could be. Unless it's like a special Honchkrow, I guess. But even then, like, okay, sure. I just don't see it doing too much this game. Avalugg could come. I feel like a very defensive Avalugg is very, like, decent into like Urshifu and such, and can definitely be a deterrent to Gliscor trying to do anything. I don't see Ariados coming. It's not one of those mons you ever expect to ever see. And then, like I said, top 7. Annihilate can be a bulk up set that is death based and can be likely Terra Fairy. If I had to imagine, because Terra Fire would be bad into Azu, and Terra Ghost, I mean, you're just making yourself weak on purpose to Darkrai. So why would you do that? Greninja Battle Bond can be very disgusting. It could be either special but have Gunk Shot. It could be just fully physical. It could also be Protean and be fully physical or special. It really just depends. Garchomp feels more physically defensive this week. I feel like Rock Helmet Rough Skin is still really good while putting up rocks, in addition to perhaps spikes. Especially wanting to put up hazards this game, because my team doesn't really care or really doesn't like hazards a lot of the time. But my team is very physical, so Garchomp definitely doesn't care about us. Scizor can be very disgusting. I don't think we're going to see CV, but we might see SD Scizor this week. So that can be a very telling sign of how bad things can get. Primarina, Toxtricity, and Espeon do the same similar things, though I will say Primarina is a Calm Mind Sweeper, like Espeon, but Toxtricity is I'm going to speed up with Shift Gear and then start booming your team, no burst. It also gets really good coverage in Psychic Noise, apparently, I didn't know this, and Electric and Poison is really good coverage in general, so really good Pokemon this week. Primarina doesn't also have to be Calm Mind, it can just be Choice Specs, or it can also be a defensive Calm Minder if it really wanted to be rather than offensive. So there is that. Espeon could be a Calm Mind Sweeper, or it could probably be a Choice Specs or Choice Scarf Pokemon where it can trick something like Gliscor, like Morgrim, like Fortress. or even Electros if it's trying to give off its item to something else so that it can do whatever it wants to do. Regardless, those are the 7 mons that I think are coming. Out of the 7 of those, I feel like it's between Toxtricity and Espeon in that last slot. If we see Avalugg over both of them, that's better, but we'll see. So for our team, you're not seeing Morgrim. It was almost going to come, but you're not seeing Morgrim. You're most certainly not seeing Fortress this week, and I would arguably say that 7th Mon was definitely Pecharunt. While I did want to bring Fortress this week defensively, it just didn't work out for us, so I'm against it right now. Otherwise, it would have definitely been brought, but like Pecharunt was cute, Pecharunt was nice. As far as I understand, we're not bringing Pecharunt. Yeah, we're not bringing Pecharunt. But it would have been nice to have, but too many things hit it for really good damage on the Spadef side. And also, you know, despite having 160 defense, there is a Rage Fist, the Annihilate, Patera Ghost, a Greninja that can be just special or physical, really. Scissor's knockoff and general damage. Garchomp doing a lot of good damage with its stab ground, and I think you guys get it. It was pretty bad. But it was definitely a 7th Mon, just for party chart reasons, but then I was like, there's a Defiant Pokemon running around, and then there's like a Magic Bounce Espeon, so like, let's not do that, you know what I mean? Let's not fuck over ourselves. Regardless, we're a really good team this week. So, it's very interesting, and I really do like it. This team at least. So let's talk about it. First and foremost, I was over this Pokemon because we were making some changes. We have Espathra, Lady Rara, the Espathra, of course, as I just said again. Espathra's leftovers protect Lumina Crash, Terra Blast, and Calm Mind with Terra Electric. Essentially, what this Espathra does is that it can help us a lot with this matchup. The speed is for Annihilate. EVs are kind of just there just because we hit everything for what we need to do good damage towards. HP is mostly for like Choice Band Bullet Punch, I guess, happening, but like, again, I don't really think that it would be as bad versus Scizor, but it's not like we don't need it, but we definitely do need it. That 156 is good just in general. If we get up the Lumina Crash and Terra Blast, and like, who really wants to fuck with us? Especially given that we don't need too much else. Like, Lumina Crash twice kills most of these mons outside of Greninja and Honchkrow, and if it don't kill them, then we have other moves for that. We have to be careful against Annihilate with Lumina Crash, just in case. If we're fighting at 1v1, then we likely want to start Calm Minding first, or we want to Calm Mind at least once, because dropping its stats to give it a boost is not good. If he, for some reason, is not Defiant, then that'd be kind of weird. But this is basically a game winner. It can be a game winner. I feel like a lot of our team revolves around, oh, this Pokemon can win the game. And while that is good and true, it's not always the best thing to always have. But, you know, we have like 3 winners and like another winner and a half. So you never know what you get. But Lady Rara does a lot here. And I tell you what, this entire team doesn't want to see this Pokemon. After a boost, we're pretty much good and set for this game. That Toxtricity will do a good chunk of damage, but as long as we're Terra Electric, we can fight things really well. I guess the big obvious one is like, we're not Terra Fairy, so like Garchomp doesn't really care about us. It can just Earthquake and do other things like Scale Shot, but again, we're not in a bad position with this mon at all. We have other mons that handle Garchomp, which we're not going to get to yet, but we do have Waterfalls. Punching Glove, Urshifu. Poison Jab, Surging Strike, Drain Punch, SD. Once again, speed for Annihilate. If we can get off the SD, I mean, realistically, who's taking the hits? Poison Jab has a chance to kill a Primarina that is not physically defensive. Surging Strikes is just better overall with Punching Glove, and it does a lot of damage to everything on this team. Drain Punch is mostly get back HP. I don't want to close combat anything too much here, just because something like Avalugg will live all the time, and also lower defenses, so that'll make us more susceptible to losing overall to faster mons, such as, you know, Espeon and like Garchomp, and even to that extent Greninja. But as long as we can keep this Pokemon healthy, as long as we can break down this team when we can, this becomes a way easier matchup. I am expecting Kebeberry Primarina for something like Darkrai, but also for this as well. But maybe we don't see it. Maybe we see Avalugg or Espeon. I don't know. But again, we do a lot of damage to the spawn, and overall, nothing wants to see Urshifu running around doing bullshit. So, really good Mon this week, honestly. We just have to play it straight, play it carefully, obviously. We have Shadowloo, the Darkrai Expert Belt, 64 HP, 252 special attack, 192 speed. We outpace genuinely just Garchomp and below, because Greninja we could outpace if we don't need to, and Espeon, I mean, unless it's absolutely running Dazzling Gleam, I mean, realistically, it's not doing shit to us. So we're fine. Expert Belt helps us kill every Garchomp in the world. While we could probably do some EVing around how we could kill Garchomp, I feel like, in my humble opinion, it's fine to be max because Dark Pulse needs to do a lot of damage. Psychic does a chunk to Annihilate and can generally OHKO it. And all of our moves generally do really good damage against this team. So, I mean, like, we could change it around if we want to, but I think right now, as it stands, we need the EVs currently. Otherwise, you know, Darkrai does a lot this game, and all of it is good. So that's all that matters to me personally. Otherwise, this is another game winner. It won us last game. It has won us 2 games now. It could be 3 in a row, or it could be, you know, whatever fucker we ball. You know what I mean? Oh, not 3 in a row, because we won week 2 with us Popper, really. But regardless, it could win us our 3rd game. But anyways, or a 3rd game. So, Kebeberry was Azumarill, which was on screen before I changed it over to a Spothra. Aqua Jet Poliwrath Liquidation knockoff. This has gone through some mutations, but not really. This is mostly because Greninja can run Gunk Shot, Poison Jab on the Garchomp, and not even like Toxtricity, because it'll just use an electric move more than anything else, I feel like. But basically, we can live the poison moves and we can hit back with Play Rough. Praying up to God right now. All we need is 4 coverage moves, basically. Liquidation really isn't needed as much, but I low-key like it here, just because anything slower than us, which with our 100 speed, I'm pretty sure this is outpacing. Hold on. Let me just go down here. Speed. Hold on. 100 speed for no speed Primarina. So I'm pretty sure that's all that is. So that's good. And we can get some chip, then Azumarill is basically our last game winner. It can Aqua Jet things that are really low, it can play rough other things, and it can knock off items, which is very important in this game. I feel like it is one of our most expendable members this week, not gonna lie. If we do replace Liquidation, then what I think we could do is one of 2 things: Encore or Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner would be better into, I guess, Garchomp, but I mean, play rough is stab, and one of those can miss, one of those can't. So, I mean, it really just depends. One of them's 4 times effective, one of them isn't. It's 2 times effective, so, you know. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it's probably negligible, but again, it is what it is. I'm gonna stick with Play Rough here. Knockoff is gonna be dope in this game because a lot of moms will like to see us switch out, and if we don't switch out, then they lose their item or they can lose their life. We'll see what happens. Originally, this was Belly Drum, and we had more Grim on here somewhere, but the unfortunate part is that even at +6, we don't kill Garchomp at max HP. We don't kill Greninja, even if it has no HP. We do a lot, about 90% to Annihilate. Don't kill that in one shot. Scizor can live too. Like, there are so many mons that live that deck. And also Avalugg, of course. So, not this week. Not this week. He has avoided me this time, but we'll see what happens next time. It is what it is, you know. It's very fun. We have Lucifer, the Gliscor. Now, these last 2 sets were built by Cherry. This is Mirror Herb, Earthquake, Fire Fang, Spikes, Taunt. We need Spikes and Taunt. Spikes are really clutch here, especially for getting damage off. Taunt is good because we outpace, I'm pretty sure, max speed Scizor, as well as just in general, modest max speed Toxtricity. So that's really dope. We can taunt it. We also outpace no speed Annihilate, even 16 speed Annihilate, because I think that hits 240 or some other speed. I don't remember. Yeah, 240, because 90 would be 236. Unless I'm crazy. I could be crazy. Regardless, we outpace certain mons that we need to talk, basically. If Toxtricity is going to be setting up in front of something like a Zoomerl, just because it'll switch in on it, we can go hard into Gliscor, grab the boost from it, and then start tearing apart this team a little bit more. The 60 investment at +2 kills Scizor. Earthquake's really dope in this team. Really good damage, obviously. And stab. With spikes, if we can get at least 1 or 2 spikes up, then this becomes a much easier game. 1 spike would definitely make it easy, but 2 spikes would make it even easier and probably better. Red Rum is Electros, AV Electros. Okay, these EVs are fucking just disgusting, bro. Apparently, as far as I understand, Streets have told me EL outpaces 8 EV Scizor. So that's cool. And in addition, with the Assault Vest plus the 132 in Spadef, Primarina doesn't, unless it's choice specs. I'm pretty sure we still get to a KO by choice specs, but it's really good Assault Vest wise into this game because the special attackers on this team like Toxtricity and Primarina, they fucking hurt. I feel Toxtricity might be Air Balloon, but if it's not, then Stomp a Tantrum Okos, even though we are the modest nature. Unless he's like Shuckaberry, I guess. Like, sure. I feel like he could be Pyappa Berry, I guess, for like Espathra and other moves, but it is what it is. Dragon Balls does a lot of damage to the Garchomp, Flamethrower can Oko a Scizor, and, you know, Thunderbolt's just generally good stab against Primarina Greninja. Also, for the Assault Vest in 132, helps us take on Greninja a little bit better as well, if it is special. The basic premise of this team is that we don't really need to lead off with specific mons. We can just pick one and go besides Red Rum. I feel like it's going to be Shadowloo or Urshifu here. It really depends on if I see Espeon or not. If I don't see Espeon, then I'm probably leading Urshifu or Shadowloo. If I see Espeon, higher chance that I'll lead off with Electros or probably a Zoomerl, if I'm being honest here. But it really depends. I think we could see Espeon, a high chance, but I feel like Avalug's more of a higher chance. But yeah, that's going to be a team builder for PDL. I'll see you guys in a few hours because I'm recording the same day. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Okay, so I'm on a new computer, so I hope everything sounds good, but we're fighting Skippy and their Steel City Surge. I hope everything goes well. GLHF to them. They bring everything. They bring the Ariados, which is a surprise, actually. But everything else is pretty much a non-issue, or not a surprise, rather. Heal Ape. Greninja. Scizor. I probably didn't put it in the team builder portion, but we were going to play on Friday, and then some things ran a little long. So now we're fighting today, which is Sunday evening, just because it was easier for, at least for me at least. But yeah, this should be a good one. I assure you it should be. We do see the Ariados, which kind of makes things a little bit easier on us. We don't see Espeon Toxtricity. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, I could lead off with Espathra and be completely fine. Because then, what really wants to fuck with Espathra? But I think our plan originally was to lead off with Urshifu. And since there's no Toxtricity, there's no, like, real threat to us right now. So, we're going to do that. GLHF to Skippy. And, let's have a good one, shall we? If any of the audio sounds bad by the time I have this, I will have to post a comment, but I think everything will be fine. Everything looks fine from my end, so it should be fine and all good to go. Y'all need profile pictures, man. Come on. All right, let's see what we can get into today. Spoderman, that is the Ariados. All right, that's amazing work. Because now we get off the freest SD of our life, and the only thing outpaces us is the Greninja, and only thing that wants to eat that hit is the Avalugg. I really don't care about this Pokemon, by the way. So we're going to do a lot of good work here. Yep, webs are obviously going to go up. We did not bring Fortress, so we don't have any hazard removal, but it's not that big of a deal. We are just going to Surging Strikes and take this out. Because why wouldn't we? Yeah, so I moved to a new PC, which means I have to reset up everything, which means I don't have my names and everything, which means everything's kind of everywhere right now. Trying to get my editing software back and some other stuff, but you know how it is. Yeah. So it's definitely a little bit of something. This should die in 3 hits. That looks like a 3-hit KO right there. Unless it's like citrus. I don't know. Anyways, we kill the Ariados, of course, because we are the Urshifu. And that thing would have had to been Focus Sash, and it probably was. We don't kind of care about the Avalugg, but again, I don't know how everybody feels about what I'm about to do, so we'll see. This could be that turn where things go south for them. As far as I understand, versus the Primarina, if it's like bulky, if it's Fizz Def as shit, it'll live the +2 poison jab, but this is Gren. Why would I not Drain Punch here? Let me think. Greninja. Battle Bond. Is he gonna run Extra Sensory here? If he's Battle Bond, has a chance to kill with Life Orb. If it specs, it'll definitely kill, I'm pretty sure. I kind of just want to Drain Punch on, in all honesty. I'm +2. So I'm gonna do it. It's Grass Knot, so he does become a Grass type. That's not gonna do a whole lot to us. Whoa, what? Oh, that just outright kills. Oh, my fault, gang. It's not Life Orb. That's, well, if it's not Life Orb, then that had a chance to not kill, right? Oh, that's fucking Specs. Oh, he Specs Protean. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. No, he's not Specs. No, that Protean boost does kill. Okay. It's whatever, I guess. That's not a problem, is it? That can be. We're gonna go into Red Room. I guess I should have switched out into Electros anyway, but I had no idea what he was gonna go for, so I guess I kind of wasted that. So that's not very fun. That was a good ninja. There. Okay. There should be U-turn or something else. Flamethrower does a chunk. Probably can do a lot to every Pokemon besides Annihilate. So I'm gonna go for Flamethrower because, yeah, why not? He should just be pivoting out probably into the Annihilate. If he goes into the Prim, that's a very interesting read. Because I feel like we would be Volt Switching here no matter what if I'm him, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess I should have just not stayed in, but I didn't know that I would be getting Grass Knotted tonight, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. That would have done like 29 at max to our Electro. So he's going to switch out. Dead Boy, that is the Annihilate, unfortunately, so we do give it a little bit of a boost there. That's not fun. Jordan never did that move. That is Spadef like hell. Alright, we're going into Gliscor immediately. Immediately. Like right now, Because if he goes for a bulk up, then we get the boost too. And like, yes, this was primarily for like Scizor going for SD game, but this is way better for us. And because his spinner is the Avalugg, we're kind of hoping that doesn't happen here, but I don't know. We'll see. If he does bulk up, then we get the boost, and then he has to contend with the fact that, hey, he could also be SD. So we'll see. C'est la vie. That was Annihilate. Yeah, that's possibly something else. Yeah, he's going to bulk up here, which means we're going to get that boost too, which is nice. He's been hit once, so I mean that's 100 base power. Rage Fist there makes it 100, I'm pretty sure, so it only does 27 right now. We're gonna taunt for just in case. This is probably gonna be Avalugg coming in all honesty, so I guess I could have doubled out there, but I want to see what he's opting to do before I just decide to switch out and do things. I want to see what he's willing to do and what he's willing not to do. And yeah, this mirror could have been better for the Scizor, but it is what it is. We are gonna taunt. Hopefully he doesn't bulk up again. Or hopefully he does try to bulk up again. Yep, awesome. So now there's going to be Avalugg coming in. On Avalugg, if this is max Fizz Def Avalugg, how much do we do? Nothing. So we can actually double out into Electros and get off the Flamethrower. But I feel like, even better, it might be Espathra turn. Because to him, he doesn't do anything to us unless he has Ice Punch. And to me, he would have Ice Punched that turn had he had it. You know what I mean? So it could either be that or Darkrai. Darkrai's going to get slowed. Espathra will get slowed and then possibly getting back the next turn. I think. I don't remember how that. I don't think we do. But then, even then, I mean, Espathra has a lot of HP, so he should be fine. I'm going to switch out. I think he pivots out. There's no reason for him not to pivot out, though I guess he could have U-turned, but I think he goes hard Avalugg. I think Avalugg is a great switch for him here. Just because what does the oh my goodness. Okay, never mind, my fault. I thought too much. I thought too much about it. God damn it. That actually pisses me off a little bit more than I think you understand. Because I was thinking he would switch out. Rachris isn't going to do anything to Gliscor. Yeah, as far as I could understand. So that's an interesting play. That sucks, actually. That really does suck for us. Alright. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. Nothing switches into this besides, like, Primarina, I guess. And Psychic will do a lot to this unless he's Drain Punch. If he's Drain Punch, I'm pretty sure he outpaces us. So, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I could go right back into Lucifer and go for another taunt and then just start going for spikes. I think I'll do that for now. Oh my god. Okay. It is what it is. Maybe I don't know something that he knows. Because you should just go for Drain Punch here. Yep. Gonna do a whole bunch of nothing. And now we just did all that for no reason. I just have to go for taunt because I can't let you bulk up here. This is Terra Ghost Fire and Fairy too, so I mean, I don't. That actually really did rub me the wrong way. I cannot lie to you. I cannot lie to you. If he has no speed, then our Darkrai will outpace this, which is good. If he has a little bit more than just like 16 speed, then he won't outpace this, which is good. Or in reference to the Darkrai at least. But this is going to come down to Electros holding it down, I guess. That sucks. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. You can't get all the right guesses correct. Because I guess... I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm not supposed to. He's going to Terra here, which is fine. We still got off the taunt. We're going to see his Terra being the Terra Fairy, which is fine. We're still going for taunt here. He's probably going to go for Rage Fist and do the, like, 20% he was meant to do. Oh, I didn't put it at 100, so that's like 30. Yeah, 301 to 160, that's fine. I'm going to go for spikes and then go into Darkrai after and then see what I'm about. Or we can do something else. I've lost both of my best attackers here. I'm not going to lie to you, so I do feel a little bit upset about that. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. We don't get Roost, we only get Rest, so that did... With 301 down there, 141 just about, so that's a higher roll. But that's okay. This game couldn't have gone any worse for us right now. So there's that, I suppose. Although we know he's Terra Fairy at least. Let's see. Sludge Wand does 58.1 no matter what. He's not going to kill us. Earthquake will do a good chunk so we can at least get him, try to get him in range of things. That actually sucks a lot for us. I'm not going to cap OG. I am not going to cap. That sucks a lot. I guess I could have gone for Fire Fang, Flinch, or Burn, but, like, no. Yeah, so he's going to have a 150 there. We're going to assume that he is the... that he has no way of, that he doesn't have a lot of speed, and that's going to be our answer for that. Azumarill eats, it does eat the Rage Fist, which is very funny, but we don't do a lot back to this in the first place. Electros doesn't do anything. If he goes for Drain Punch against Shadow Lu, then we're fucked, because then we don't do enough to kill it unless we get a crit. I don't like that. Okay. Thinking about how much we just did to him earlier, that was about a 15, 20-ish percenter. So it could not be full SPDF. Because he's going to get back all the health that he loses anyway. I think we just lose to this. Alright, I gotta figure, I gotta try this. I gotta try it at least. Let me leave that call, because I'm in here muted, and or definitely muted, and I'm like, you won't be able to hear it anyway, so it's fine. I don't think he has a lot of speed anyway, so it'll be fine. We'll outpace. So we do outpace. We do not get a crit. Do we get a poison? We do get a poison. So that's nice. He is going to pick up this kill, though, which is just unfortunate for us. Alright, so I mean, the game's going to be slowly ending, and I'm not going to bash or sound like an ass about it. I pretty much didn't understand the reasoning behind what he did, and that's all there is to it. You can't get too down on yourself there, Avery. Sometimes people make moves that you don't understand that are actually good for them, and maybe you don't see them as good. And you know what? He made the best play, in my opinion, there, so I ain't got nothing else to say about it. Yeah. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing. That 250, that 200 Rage Fist will kill, so that's G's. I ain't got nothing to say. Nothing to say. I would Aqua Jet, but I do not feel like making this go on longer than it needs to. GG's to Skippy. They got the win there because they didn't make a switch that I felt was a little bit obvious, but at the same time, it clearly wasn't obvious, so I lost because of it, which is just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now we're 3-1. Moving into week 5, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Don't even worry about it. We'll talk about that in a bit. So that's gonna do it for our game versus Skippy and their Steel City Surge. Next week we play King and their Entei Empire. I think they might be undefeated. I'm actually unsure, but who knows? They have Iron Valiant, Terapagos, Skeledirge, Iron Treads, Thunderous, Therian, Mandibuzz, Dragalge, Executor, and Bastiodon. Thunderous is Terra Flying, Water, and Fairy, and Bastiodon is Terra Steel, Water, and Fairy. So they do share at least one commonality in that Terra Water. Hopefully we can get back on the trail this next week. They definitely have a very scary team, but as it is with how I do things, sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. And next week we'll try and get them as best we can, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out everyone else in the PDO down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.